Hey guys, today in this video we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to create a pivot table. For this pivot table we're going to use the example of weather, average weather for days of the week. So first thing we want to do is we want to click where we want our pivot table to generate, where we want it to exist in our sheet. So we'll just click right next to where we have our data that we're going to populate the pivot table with. So we go to Insert in the ribbon at the top, and right at the left we click Pivot Table. So we get this pop-up here. So choose the data that you want to analyze. So we're going to highlight the whole table, including the headers, day and weather. Choose where you want the pivot table report to be placed. So we've already clicked on the cell where we want it to be placed, and we can hit OK. So as we can see, this field over here pops up. The purpose of a pivot table is really to create a table that you can reorganize and summarize data, change columns with the rows and rows with the columns. So the data that we want to show up, let's say we want day and weather. So right away what we see is each day of the week and the summation of the weather. Now if you have data that you want summed, then maybe this is acceptable for you. In terms of weather, summing it together doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe what we want is for the weather to, we want to count how many 47s show up. So what we can do is come down here and reorganize the columns and how our data is displayed. So say we want the weather to be the rows column. So what we can do is right click weather, or come over here, click, nope, just right click weather, hit add to row labels. And as we can see here, this is a little confusing, so we're going to take weather out of the rows label, clicking this drop down arrow here, move that to column labels. We can come down here to sum values and click value field settings. And here, as you can see, it's summing like values. So that's why we have 100 here. There is no 100 that exists. So if we do count, we'll get the number of times it shows up. So 44 shows up once on a Sunday, once on a Tuesday, for a total of twice overall. Another way we could do, or other options that we have, would be average. So here's our average value of weather, and so on and so forth. There's many different options for you here. A lot of these are, you know, statistical methods. These are more of your standard, more likely used values up here. So as you can experiment with what you want your columns fields to be, what you want your rows fields to be. But overall, your pivot table is a way to organize and summarize data to take it from a list into a table. That'll do it for this video. Thank you. Have a good one.